And then he came into the room.
James, I've got to talk to you.
Well,
what are you looking back for?
Don't be back late.
No.
I said, don't be back late.
No, I have to talk.
You've been with someone.
No,
you have been with someone. Get out. Ask me before. Who is it? Who is it?
You don't know who is it. You're incompetent. You've ruined my life. All these years. All these years. Oh, how could you do such a thing? It was evil. No, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
No, damn. To see him lay a hand on her made me mad with anger. My feelings overcame me.
No. David! David, you betrayed him.
It's not true.
But he's alive. I tell you, I've seen him.
You're lying.
No.
You're mad. He looked as I have never seen a man look. I read death on his face as plain as anything. The bare sight of me was like a bullet through his guilty heart.
Mrs. Barclay? Mrs. Barclay, open the door!
He smashed onto the fender, but he was dead before he fell.
Mrs. Barclay, open the door!
I took the key of the door from Nancy's hand, intending to open it and get help. I thought I'd better get away, for things might look black against me. In my haste, I thrust the key into my pocket, whilst I was chasing Teddy, who escaped from his box and run up the curtain.
Teddy. So the Colonel died before he struck his head on the fender.
An apoplectic fit brought on by shock.
Mr. Werner. Provided the coroner reaches the same conclusion, Mrs. Barclay...
Nancy
will be free. I trust you would have no objection to repeating your story to the police, should the need arise.
Mr. Holmes. How is Nancy?
She's in hospital. I understand in time she should make a complete recovery.
Thank God.
Holmes, there's just one thing I don't understand. If the Colonel's name was James, and Wood was called either Henry or Harry, then who the deuce was David?
Ah, my dear Watson, that name David should have told me the whole story. Had I been the ideal reasoner, which you are so fond of depicting, but alas, my powers of deduction failed me. You see, David, in this case, was evidently used as a term of reproach.
Reproach?
Don't you remember how King David sent Uriah the Hittite into the forefront of the battle to die so that he might steal his woman Bathsheba? I think you'll find the story in the first or second book of Samuel. My Old Testament is a little rusty.
You're quite right, Holmes. Second book of Samuel, chapter 11, verses 14 to 17. You appear to have looked it up yourself. Since we returned home from Aldershot.
How did you know?
You used this bill for our meal at Waterloo as a bookmarker, did you not?
Excellent, Watson.
Elementary, my dear Holmes.